Oh, I got an announcement to make too. Let me just come on in though, because What is up, everybody? Welcome to the All Punked Up Podcast. I'm Tyler Winters. John Pierman is here as usual, and of course, we have another great show for you because that's what we do here at the All Punked Up Podcast. We just deliver great shows. John, before we get started, though, I have to make an announcement. I failed. I failed.
Drug test.
I failed last month to congratulate you on your first year anniversary on the podcast.
Yeah, nobody remembered.
Yeah, nobody remembered. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And the listeners didn't remember. I didn't remember. So August 8th was actually your first podcast with us.
Who could forget except everybody?
Yeah. It wasn't the drive-through episode that we had, but like your first official you're in the seat co-host was 1 year ago on August 8th.
Yeah, in the Ed McMahon chair.
Yes, exactly. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it.
Hi-oh.
So congrats, buddy. I don't know how many episodes we've done since that time, but there's been a lot. I think we're up to let me look real quick.
At least 40.
Counting this one. Oh, dude, it's way more than 40. So how can I see this?
I would say it was at least 52, but I don't know. Some weeks we've skipped a few weeks, so
yeah. But we've also, within the last, few months, we've been dropping 2 episodes a year, 2 episodes a week. Jeez, learn to speak. Okay, so I'm on our stats real quick for All Punked Up, and where do I look at that up? Hold on, I'll figure this out.
Well, if you look up the August 8th episode and then just do
and then just count
bonus
every individual ones
too. It's tough, yeah.
Well, I stopped numbering our episodes a long time ago, so there's that. Anyways, we're right around like 170 episodes or some shit. And I want to say that when you came on, it was like 80 something, maybe.
Okay. Let's call it 85.
Let's call it 85.
Let's just say I've done half.
Yeah. So there's that.
I've doubled your podcast numbers in a year.
You have.
Total number of podcasts.
Yeah, listening numbers have gone down in that time.
Correct.
But,
tenfold.
No, that is untrue. Our numbers have gone up since you've been on the pod. So I want to thank you, actually, for doing this week after week. And it's just another reason that we get to hang out, which is awesome. So
yeah, that's nice, too.
Yeah. Because usually, now that we're older, when we were younger, we'd hang out every day. But then as we got older, out of school, married, we just don't see each other in person as often. So,
nope, that's an excuse to get together and chat every week. So that's nice.
It is. And we get to chat about stuff we like, music. So thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Here's to many more. John, thanks. But also before we get started, I have to do this because we haven't done it in a while. And I feel like it affects us if I don't do it. So guys, I know you've heard this spiel before, but I'm going to have to run through all of the ad type stuff that we do. So feel free to skip ahead. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who has signed up as supporters of this show. This podcast has been going on for over 3 years now, which is just bonkers to think about. And it really does mean a lot that you think of us enough to help keep this thing going, and you've helped financially keep us afloat. So but I do need to mention, for those of you who may be interested in helping support this show like the others who already have, for as little as $3 a month, which is less than the cost of your morning coffee, you can help us continue creating great scene-related content without the need for us to rely on third-party ads that can distract you from your listening experience. So by supporting us, not only would you be expressing your appreciation for us, but you're also letting us know that we're doing something right. And who knows, you might even get a shout out in a future episode to thank you for being so awesome, which you definitely will get a shout out. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in doing, please click the support the show link in the show notes. And if you're unable to contribute financially, we totally understand. But simply leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and or on Spotify can still show your support. And those 5-star reviews really do go a long way, and we'd really appreciate it. Also, one more thing. For those of you who don't already know, if you want to stay up to date with all of the latest happenings from around the scene without having to sift through all of the fluff and BS that other publications post throughout the week, then you should sign up for the All Punked Up's weekly newsletter. We gather all the essential news and music releases for you so that you don't have to. And with all of the information packed into the newsletter, it's a way to save you a click. So think of it as, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but think of it as the morning brew of the music scene. It's completely free. And the best way to stay informed, head over to allpunkedup.com/subscribe to sign up now. I'll also leave a link in the show notes to make it easier for you. And one more thing. John and I are trying to put together, I guess, a segment or a series, I don't know, of us talking to fans of the scene. So if you want to come on this show and us interview you, you could just be a normal person. In fact, we want you just to be a normal person. We don't necessarily want you to be in a band. If you are in a band, that's fine, but this isn't a thing to promote an artist or anything like that. It's just to promote you, the fan, talk about you, your life. What do you do? You know, how many shows do you go to? That sort of thing. We want to get the fan perspective, and we want to get to know the fans of the scene. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in the show notes, but you can also go to allpunkedup.com/call-the-pod, all one word. That's allpunkedup.com/call-the-pod. Fill out the form. We'll be in touch. So we're going to start scheduling those out. We've already had a few people already sign up. So yeah, John, what was that? Is that your cat? Yeah. All right. Maybe he's just like, get on with the show. He's dropped his drink. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, he literally knocked a glass off a shelf. Yeah.
Every show, he's there. He comes to every show, your cat.
Yeah, he's great.
Has a bourbon in hand, I think, just sitting back on his chair. And I think he's tired of these ads. He threw his drink. He's done. So for your cat's sake, I'm going to start the show. You ready?
I'm seething, yeah.
You have your eye on him right now. Which, by the way, I love your cat.
Thanks.
For the listeners, I've seen John's cat before. I've seen his pussy many times. I came over to your house this week to pick up my copy of Houston Calls' A Collection of Short Stories vinyl. And we listened to it, and your cat was down there hanging out. And your cat is the coolest, by the way.
Yeah, he's great.
But
great. He's a little bitch.
He's a little bitch, but he's awesome. Okay, let's get to the show. John, I'm getting tired of talking about this. I'm sure you are too, but I feel like we have to mention it because we've been talking about it week after week. It's climate change. So everybody sit back. We need to talk about these
ocean temperatures.
Solar-powered windmills. No, that's not what we're talking about. Blink-182, damn it. They haven't released a damn thing yet.
Nope.
They did some teasing this week. First of all, I guess we should update everybody on the urgent family matter that was last week that caused Blink to cancel 4 tour dates of their European tour. We got news on what that was. Travis Barker took to X, which, used to be Twitter, and said that basically there was a life-threatening emergency surgery that needed to be taken place to Courtney and Travis's baby, and that surgery, I guess, was done. The surgery went well. Everybody's out of the hospital, so that's awesome. The tour has continued on because I saw Tom posted something that they were in some country. I don't know where, but it looked like the tour was continuing on, so that's good. But after that, Blink started doing some more teasing. They basically updated their stall page. It's just a video of this guy in a hazmat suit that's cleaning the walls, scrubbing the walls down, removing all the
toxins.
The toxins, yeah. And then now if you go to blink182.com/stall, you'll see that the stall is a little cleaner, but there's also a clock on there. And if you click that clock, you'll get some preview snippets of some what new songs are coming out. But that's about it. I guess there was not tour posters, but posters put up in various places around the globe that say coming soon. At least I think that's what they said. So they're doing some teasing. I thought maybe something would come out this week based on that. I haven't gotten anything. So I'm wondering if at this point, John, if it is by design that they are taking so long, like taking their latest single, Edging, title literally, and they used it as sort of foreshadowing of what they are making us go through. I think that's a long game, so I almost don't think that that's what was initially planned, but it all is starting to make sense.
Yeah, we're all starting to chafe a little bit, so if they could just get on with it.
It's starting to hurt.
Yeah. Talking old school, jean on jeans, dry humping, this hurts.
The worst. The worst. All you teenagers know what we're talking about. But yeah, so who knows? I'm just going to say we're going to get something this week. Because damn it, we've been saying it week after week. I mean, but something has to come out soon, right? I mean, if the album is supposed to come out in October.
In a month, I mean, roughly a month.
I mean, are they just going to...
5 weeks?
Certainly they're not just going to release the single along with the album. Yeah. That wouldn't be smart. Maybe, you know what? This is what I think is going to happen now at this point. I think a single is going to come out the week before the album. I think they're going to come out with an announcement. Yeah, I think it's going to be, they're going to come out with an announcement that they've dropped a new single, and with that new single is going to be the official release date of the album, which will probably be a week to 2 weeks out. I think that's what's going to happen. So whenever the album's going to drop, we're going to get the new single a week or two prior. That's where I think we're at. I don't think we're going to get two singles prior to the album release.
My past theories have been wrong, so.
Yeah, I know.
So we're expecting multiple songs by this point, so.
So we're admitting defeat at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we can't win
we were gloating so much last week, it wasn't even funny. Like dripping
too big
with
for our
gloat.
britches.
Yeah, it happens. All right, guys, so I guess keep on hanging in there, Blink fans.
We don't know shit anymore.
We'll get something eventually.
The album will come out. I will say that.
Yeah, and we're going to get a new single. I know we're right about that.
That's right.
So just
stay
tuned.
No idea when.
No, not a damn clue.
Nope.
All right, but speaking of Blink-182, John, I hope some of you elder emos who listen to this podcast remember the band Phoenix TX. So they were big on... I don't know how big you would say that they were, but they were one of the main bands on Drive-Thru back in the day.
No, they were one of the first ones kind of born out of the Blink popularity, I think.
Yeah. And Mark Hoppus used to manage them back in the day, if I remember correctly, as Blink was getting huge. So Enema of the State, I remember the first Blink concert we went to, Phoenix TX opened for him, and I believe they got on that bill mainly because Mark was their manager. But
he was also featured in their music video for
That's
All My
true.
Fault.
I forgot about that. He was in All My Fault. But I bring up Phoenix TX because, and John, I shared this with you, I think last night. They shared an Instagram photo yesterday, and it was like an updated band photo with a caption that reads, and while I'm pulling that caption up, the band has been playing festivals and showing up randomly on certain places for like the last year or two, maybe. But they posted something on Instagram yesterday, and the caption reads, "Hey gang, it is with great pleasure that we'd like to announce that our good friend Scotty Mack from With Confidence Band will be taking over center stage duties. We already love him, and we know you will too. While we would love for Will to join us in playing these upcoming shows, he's got his own things going on these days, and we wish him well." That kind of sucks. I mean, I know Scotty is going to be just fine because With Confidence was one of my favorite pop punk bands, newer pop punk bands. Recently broke up, but they're gonna be just fine with him. It goes on to say, with everything we've been through in the last 28 years, damn,
it's a long time. That just means we're old.
I know, dude. It goes on.
28 years. That doesn't seem right.
Well, they were popular in the 90s.
I guess that would put them at 95. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. God, I don't like seeing this stuff. Anyways, I'm going to power through this. So with everything we've been through in the past 28 years, the breakups and reunions, the side projects and solo missions, the heartaches and illnesses, most recently Adam's ongoing fight with pancreatic cancer, we decided to forge ahead and write a new chapter in the book of this band we all love. We're excited to get out and play a bunch of old songs for y'all, as well as looking forward to writing some new ones. Thank you for all your support over the years, and we hope to see you very soon. Adam, Chris, Damon, Donnie, and Scotty. So, John, dude, I think that that's awesome news. Are you excited about this?
I'm tepidly
Okay.
excited.
Yeah, I know you kind of have to be a little cautious, right? Because I feel like everything that Phoenix TX has done prior, I feel like what they've released is great. My favorite is the self-titled album. That's where I first like kind of fell in love with the band. A lot of people like the Lechuza.
Yeah, I feel like that
album.
one's kind of like a cult record. Like people really
Lechuza.
dig Lechuza, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree.
I always liked like certain songs. When it came out, I had it and I liked, like a good 40% of it, and the other 60% I was like, eh.
Yeah, right. I'm right there with you. I feel the exact same way. I am intrigued to say the least. I'm very interested to see where this goes. Like I said, they were one of my first favorite pop punk acts. So this is a nostalgia thing for me. So I'm definitely intrigued. I hope it's hard for me to say that it's not going to hit like the new modern pop punk stuff is hitting right now. I think they're going to blend in very well. Because they've got the old guys and then they've got the new guy with confidence. So it's like, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to work.
Sure. It's worth a shot.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Fire away, boys.
I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they're going to be on the When We Were Young stuff.
I feel like that's correct.
And are they going to be at Riot Fest? I could be wrong about that.
I will not be, but I will be near.
Okay. John will not be there. But,
I'll be in the city.
But yeah, I don't know. They are doing some festival appearances and stuff like that. So if you guys are fans of Phoenix TX, be on the lookout because we're going to be getting some new music. We don't know when, but it's coming. It is coming. So I'm excited.
I'll have a full Riot Fest report next week.
If Phoenix TX is there, or you're just going to have a full Riot Fest report?
Yep. I'm just going to give you the full. I was there, even though I wasn't. Report.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, moving on. So this little bit of news developed this week, and I'm curious about your take on this one, John, because we haven't talked about this one yet. And I want to thank All Punked Up's Mackenzie, Ian, and Noah for getting us up to speed on this development, because I had no idea that this was going on.
Blowing up my phone.
Yeah, we have an All Punked Up Facebook chat group, and it's basically all the writers and everybody that's been a part of All Punked Up in this group, and we just talk about music every once in a while and get everybody's thoughts. So this was shared. So Bearings, the pop punk act, who is a fan favorite when it comes to exciting bands in the modern world of pop punk we're living in. They just released their brand new album, The Best Part of Being Human, in August, which I highly recommend you check out. I hadn't had a chance to look into this album until this week. It was released in August. John, I definitely think you should listen to it. I think you would really like it.
I will.
I started listening to it yesterday and today, actually, after I heard this Bearings news. So guys, get this. They were slated to go on a co-headlining tour. They were one of the co-headliners with Just Friends, just a week before the tour kicked off. It's supposed to kick off next week, I think September 15th or something like that. And they made an announcement stating they would not be able to do the tour. So let me read their statement here. So it says, "We regret to inform our fans that we will be dropping off our co-headline tour with Just Friends." Young Culture is supposed to be on this too. Young Culture is one of my favorite pop punk modern day pop punk bands too. So solid. So I just want to throw that out there.
I would have thought that was a rapper.
Nope. Some last-minute changes in our touring plans for 2023-2024 resulted in conflicts with our scheduling that no longer allow us to perform on this tour. They go on to say, "We ask that our fans please hold on to their tickets and help pack these shows out in support of Just Friends, their new album Gusher, the support bands, and all promoters involved. We will still perform at this year's Riot Fest and our Toronto show scheduled for Sunday, September 17th. This was a difficult decision to make, but it was our decision alone. We apologize to our fans, the bands, agents, promoters, and venue staff for the last-minute change. We appreciate everyone's understanding, and we will see you again soon." So, yeah, John, that's the announcement. What are your thoughts on this? Is Bearings wrong for this? And keeping in mind that this tour was announced months ago, I think when I was browsing their feed, it looked like June 5th may have been the first announcement. So we're going on, 3 months now. You've had fans waiting for months with their tickets, and they've been hyping up this tour every week since that time, and a week before you drop off your own tour. So what are your thoughts on this?
The last minute.
Is Bearings wrong for this? They did say that their 2023-2024 touring schedule conflicts with a lot of this. What are your thoughts?
It depends on what the circumstances are. You never know what the reason
exactly.
is. So.
It does suck for the fans.
It seems shitty.
Right now it does.
Yeah. And if you've bought tickets expecting to go see them, it's going to be shitty no matter what the reason is. So.
Right.
But at least they acknowledge that. I don't know, maybe a bigger opportunity, sometimes a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity comes along and you don't want to pass it up.
Yeah, I mean, and you really hope that that's what it is. You hope that, their touring plans for 2024.
Maybe one of them is going to be on Masked Singer or something like that, Can't pass that up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But you almost hope that a better financial opportunity landed in their lap, right? Because, and I said this in our group chat, that it's hard. It's hard for artists to make money nowadays. This isn't like the 90s when it was a little bit easier to make more money. So you just hope that a better financial opportunity was presented to them. But unless they are opening for a much bigger band like, Green Day, Blink, Sum 41, Fall Out Boy, which we know they're not going to be opening up for Fall Out Boy because Fall Out Boy just announced a new tour.
Jimmy Eat World? Who's playing with Jimmy Eat World?
Jimmy's playing with, God damn it. I just saw this.
Is it Weezer?
Oh my God. Dude, I just saw this yesterday.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
All right, somebody correct us. You could look it up while I'm talking, I guess.
I was just concerned how old Jimmy Eat World looked. No
really?
offense, fellas. Yeah.
I thought
well, it wasn't like the main guy.
I thought Jimmy looked good. I thought Jimmy looked good.
No, it was one of the Eat Worlds.
It was one of the Eat Worlds.
Yeah, Jimmy looked fun. It wasn't
yeah,
Hootie.
unless it's
one of the Bulletfish.
Unless it's like a legendary band that has status, everybody knows, then I don't think them dropping off their own co-headlining tour makes any bit of sense, but especially a week before their tour kicks off. So I don't know. We'll see. I know it's left a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouths. The comment section is not favorable towards Bearings right now. I will say though that the tour is going on. It's going to be just a Just Friends headlining tour. So yeah, I guess go out and support them. It does suck though, man. Like how are you going to go to a show that you pay? Like if Bearings is your favorite band, how are you still going to go to that show? Like everybody is going to be pissed off. Even the bands that are on the tour, that are continuing on, that sucks. It really
straight sucks.
But hopefully, I will say though, this is not a good situation for the current tour now, but you do hope that Bearings is put in a position where they're going to be able to grow their audience and grow their fan base. Otherwise, this was a bad decision.
Going to have to replace all the people they pissed off.
Yep, exactly. So we will see. So that is the big, that's a hot button topic this week. All right, John, here's another one. This is interesting.
Send it.
When it comes to music news, this is probably the most interesting to drop this week.
All right.
According to a new report, well, I know, but I think people will agree. According to a new report from a Swedish newspaper, gang members, John,
Swedish gang members?
Swedish gang members. Well, I don't know if they're all Swedish, but they're gang members. They are using Spotify to launder money. And this is how they're doing it. Let me pull up the article here. This is from Consequence. It says, per the report, gang members convert money received from drug deals, robberies, fraud, and assassination missions into Bitcoin, then use the cryptocurrency to acquire fake streams for artists with gang associations.
Nice.
They then collect the money paid out to those streams at a later date. So, The article goes on and says that the Swedish newspaper quoted 3 anonymous gang members as well as an anonymous police officer. One source said Spotify is very good for recruiting purposes, since gang members can rely on popular artists, particularly in Sweden's gangster rap scene, as a front
we all know that, yeah.
for their activities. Right. It goes on to say, if you're a network and you want to attract kids and you have a rapper who's going big, that's half the job for you, the source said. So yeah, dude.
What do they rap about? Toblerones?
I don't know. Aren't Toblerones that's a candy, right?
Yeah, there's some triangular candy bars. They're actually really good.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I'm more about unwrapping them, if you know what I mean.
I understand what you mean.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so John, of course, I don't condone this behavior. I don't condone laundering or any illegal activity, but I'm
all for gang activity, but the money laundering, yeah.
But this is genius, I think. They are taking their illegal money.
Do they spray paint windmills? What do they do?
I don't know.
What does a Swedish gang do?
I don't know. I don't know that we want to get caught up in it.
Oh no, I'm ready for it.
But I'm going to say that this is a good idea business wise. If you're into the illegal stuff.
How do you sneak up on people in wooden shoes? I don't
think you can. They just hear you coming.
Yeah. That's all the Swedish jokes I have.
But for real, they're taking their illegal money, they're funneling it into Spotify in a way to hide and get rid of that money, at least for the time being, and then they convert that shit into a more legal, at least on paper at least, a more legal payout. It kind of reminds me of that Ozark show.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, I mean, this is interesting. I don't think Spotify had much of a comment on this. Let's see. Spotify declined comment for this story beyond saying that we have no evidence that money laundering occurred via Spotify. But how would they know? How would they really know that it's laundering? Yeah.
The footprint's too large.
It is. So, yeah, I thought that this was super interesting. And you wonder if it's happening in other areas.
Well, I've since boycotted all Swedish gangster rap, so they're not getting my money. Not getting my streams, fellas.
Yeah, John, you are
taking a stand.
Honorable man. So a lot of people wouldn't think this, but you do have standards.
Yep. When it comes to Northern Europe, I don't take no shit.
And only that part of Europe and the world,
Eastern
really.
Eastern Europe. I ain't fucking with them.
No,
Northern Europe.
No.
Get out of here.
But what about our listeners who listen in Northern Europe?
And no offense to Emily either. I know she has Northern European heritage. Sorry.
That's true. Yeah. Emily's my wife. Anyways, so I thought that was interesting.
I think she does anyway. I'm just guessing.
I think she does. I'm pretty sure she does. But moving
She's an
on.
Aspiring rapper.
Emily was an aspiring rapper at one point. A lot of people don't know that. She actually doesn't know that either.
She had mad flow.
She still does.
Spits bars.
Did you know she knows all the words to Baby Got Back?
I feel like I did know that, yes.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
It's hard to imagine, but yes.
Yeah, I know. That's why I married her.
Because of that?
Because of that.
That's the only reason.
I mean, there's a lot of other reasons, but we won't get into. But
oh,
what? Anyways,
do tell.
That's for a later date. Anyways, speaking of Spotify, John, we got to move on. It looks like the company is playing around with the idea of hiding their lyrics feature within the app behind a premium-only subscription. So if you aren't a premium subscriber, you won't be able to read lyrics to songs you're listening to. Now, John, you're a Spotify subscriber. Do you use the lyrics feature at all?
No, it just irritates me because anytime I click on a specific song now, it'll take you right to the lyric page.
Oh, really?
And it used to take you to the album, which was better. Now it just takes you to like there's an individual page for each song with the lyrics.
Oh, got you. Yeah. So I use the lyrics feature from time to time. I like it. I guess putting this lyrics feature behind a paywall is currently being tested in some markets, and the users who ran into the test, well, they're less than impressed. So The Verge writes, Spotify tells us that the feature is only a test, and they go on to say, at Spotify, We routinely conduct a number of tests. Some of those tests end up paving the way for our broader user experience, and others serve only as an important learning, says Spotify's co-head of global communications. He goes on to say, we don't have any further news to share at this time. In keeping with our standard practices, we're currently testing this with a limited number of users in a pair of markets, without specifying which markets, of course, how many users, or how long the test might last. The Verge goes on to say, while it's possible that Spotify will bring back lyrics in front of the premium paywall, it's certainly true that the company is on the hunt for anything it can do to get users to pay up. And I will say that this news comes as it was already announced that Spotify increased the cost of its premium plan, where subscribers will now pay $10.99 a month, which is $1 extra than they were before. And that's for the no ads option. So it was originally $9.99 going up to $10.99. So John, I'm a premium Spotify subscriber. So this news does not affect me in any way. It does not affect you in any way. But what are your thoughts on this? Should they hide the lyrics? I mean, they already got the ads going on one tier. Because I feel like the ads option subscription should provide the company with enough revenue to where they shouldn't have to limit that tier option any further. That's how I feel.
They're just stepping on the poor.
Yeah, I just don't think that this is the right direction that they should go. I understand testing it, see if it's going to work, but obviously people are going to be upset when you take something away from them when they're already kind of paying.
And I'm not going to pay for something you can Google.
Right. So, and my understanding
for directions.
And my understanding is it looks like anything you paid for is ad free. So I don't think that this is going to be the tipping point for somebody to say, okay, I have to start paying now because my lyrics were taken away. I think what they really want to do, if they really want to get their numbers up and they really want people to be converted over to the premium side, I think you just need to add in a few more ads, like make those ad sessions a little bit longer. So if you're only, I don't know what the frequency is or how often they show ads, like if it's every 3 songs or what.
Put the choruses behind a paywall. Like you don't get the chorus till you pay.
Man, that would be terrible. Like that climax is coming, you're almost there, you almost got it, and then it's a BetterHelp ad or something, some bullshit.
I love BetterHelp.
Oh, well, they're great, but they're all over, like podcasts and stuff. Anyways, or a Squarespace ad or something like that. You hear those ads a lot too. But yeah, I think add just a few more ads in there. Not only does that get Spotify's revenue up because there's more ads being delivered, but then that's going to probably annoy the listeners who are using it for free, and they're going to be like, I need to stop this. I mean, that's why I ended up paying for SiriusXM for like 10 years because I was tired of, local radio and all the ads that I got. I just wanted to listen to music. That's the only reason I listened to the radio, was for music. I don't want to hear any ads. I don't want to hear any DJs talking about nonsense. I just want my music. So I think that's what Spotify needs to do. I don't think that this hiding the lyrics, because what you got to do is you got to get people hooked. And if they have lyrics, that's just one way to hook people. So you got to get them hooked, and then you got to annoy them with ads, and then they'll pay you to come on to the premium side.
Do you ever play stuff that has random visuals that like attached to it? I've had that happen to me a few times.
On Spotify?
Like they'll just be like random videos that play when you play certain songs. Like they have videos attached to them.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like a reel of like a music video for that song or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. What would be cool is if they actually put the music video behind that, but I don't know that they do.
I miss the old school, like Windows Media Player, like the visual that it would put with your music.
They had a visual then too.
Just like a graphic thing that would change colors.
Oh, okay. But you would like install that, or you?
No, it was with like the Windows Media Player. Yeah,
yeah. But I think you could put like Winamp and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you could have.
Yeah,
I think you could have installed different skins, or downloaded specific skins. So yeah, that was
back
cool.
In my day we had visuals. Yeah,
but dude, wasn't that so much better back in the day? I love that. I think back to that a lot. We had it so much easier. Yeah, stealing those songs,
downloading the 15-second porn.
On accident.
Nope.
Accident.
Oh, yeah.
I put that in quotes. Yeah, Mom, I don't know how that got there.
It was a virus.
All right. So
I was doing research.
That's your news for this week. Hope you like it. Stay tuned for Thursday, guys. John and I are not recording a bonus episode this week because it's already been recorded. This one will not be with John and I.
We already did it.
This one, if you guys like Simple Plan, we got the chance to talk to Simple Plan, and that's coming on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. Probably, that's one of the biggest bands we've gotten. I mean, this is huge from a legendary standpoint. So we're very excited. Basically, what happened? I'll fill you in real quick. Bailey was going down to St. Louis to document the Offspring's Let the Good Times Roll tour. They've got the Offspring, Simple Plan, and Sum 41 all on one bill. He went down to do photography, and he was able to muster up an interview with Simple Plan. So that is coming on Thursday, so be on the lookout. So, John, unless you got anything else to add, I'm gonna close her out.
No, I don't think so.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're really digging our show, please consider helping us spread the word and leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. A 5-star review would be greatly appreciated, and please let us know what you like most about the show and what you'd like to hear more of. So with that, thanks again, and remember, spread love. Peace.
Happy anniversary to me.
Yes, I'm sorry, buddy.
I'm
sorry.
Happy anniversary.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.